got all here are my NBA game predictions for December 21st of 2021. Tonight there is 5 games. I'll be going over the spreads and over-unders for all the games, giving my thoughts on them. And I got all the numbers from FanDuel. For Detroit at the Knicks, I'm leaning towards Detroit plus 9.5 and over 207. So the Knicks, I'm not too high on them just because Julius Randle's more inconsistent. Not someone who I like to bet on, but I always end up betting on him because that's the name I recognize the most, and I've won a few bets with him. But leading the Knicks to a win, possible, but by over 9.5, not possible. Hence, I'll be leaning towards Detroit to have a better game than over 207. I don't expect this to be a crazy high scoring game. I do expect a lot of bricks, but at the end of the day, these are NBA basketball teams. They should be able to get over 207 one way or another. For the Pacers and the Heat, I'm expecting Indiana to cover this at plus 0.5, which is basically win. Heat, I think I've taken a dip, and the Pacers, they're on a slight swing. This is overall like a coin flip game. Like you can choose either or, but I'm going to lean towards the Pacers, and I'm going to lean towards over 208.5. Even though these are more defensive teams, it's always going to be one of those weird games where they're going to be focusing so hard on defense that they just score a lot of points, which I've seen countless times, but it probably won't go over like a 220. But I think it'd be safer just go over 204 if you want to have a guaranteed bet. For Portland at the Pelicans, so I'm going to lean towards New Orleans plus 1. Even though Portland got to win their last game, I'm going to lean towards the Pelicans to try and bounce back. They're playing at their home arena. Portland's still overall struggling, not really cohesive, so I'm going to lean towards the Pelicans. They've been relatively hot. I'm going to lean towards the over 219.5 as Portland's defense, that's not what they're known for. They're known for putting the ball in the basket, so I expect them to put the ball in the basket, but I also expect New Orleans to keep up with them by putting the ball in the basket more. Then Minnesota at the Mavericks. Minnesota's been playing very well of late, and I'm going to continue to ride the train. I'm going to predict that Minnesota will win this game. And -1, I think it's going to be a little more than that, that's for sure. Then over, the shooting by Minnesota has been good. And then for the Mavericks, shooting's been It's all about how Tim Hardaway Jr. is playing and how many threes he can put in there. Then hopefully Porzingis can actually, do something. But this is why Minnesota's going to win, just because how inconsistent the Mavericks have been, and especially without Doncic playing, it's hard for the Mavericks to win a game. And then for Phoenix at the Lakers, Phoenix should come out and just slap the Lakers. It's just years and years that the Suns fans, they don't like the Lakers, so if I'm playing for the Suns, I want to make sure every time I play the Lakers that they lose. So Phoenix by 6.5, I can see that happen pretty easily. Then over 220, Lakers aren't playing well defensively, and with Anthony Davis out, that's interior presence lost. So Suns should have a relatively high scoring game, at least 115, if not 120. And it's going to be hard for the Lakers to keep up with that amount of scoring. There's just too many options for the Suns. Suns are just too. For yesterday's results, I was 3 out of 6 on the spreads. Then my over-unders were 4 out of 6, making my total 7 out of 12. I gotta choose my over-unders yesterday because I recorded before all the over-unders were put out. So I'm happy with the 4 out of 6. Then today's best picks. I'm gonna lean towards Minnesota winning by 5.5 over the Mavericks. Minnesota just is coming together. They have more pieces. And then Detroit and New York, I'm going to lean towards over 210.5 besides the 207. I think they can get a 3-pointer, a few more baskets in than what's expected. Thank you for watching. Leave any comments on your player predictions or any preds on the spreads. And once again, thanks for watching.